people. Welcome to the Bridge live stream special with your one and only, your host with the most, Ahmed A. Abdi. Hey, how are you doing, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. It's a bit of a cloudy, bit of a humidity. You know what I mean? Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. But hey, we're all here. We're all enjoying ourselves. Hope you're all doing well, man. Listen, man. Chat to me, man. Chat to me quickly. How are we all doing today? How are we all feeling? You know, again, as I said before, I know it's a bit of a cheeky day, bit cloudy. You know what I mean? All of that sort of lingo, but it's not too bad to honestly. So, I am here today. I thought I'd do a special today. Nothing much. Just a few things. Discuss some few news that's come out really. Maybe discuss some other stuff, in the news in regards to the football world. You guys can obviously ask me your questions. And remember, before you come in, make sure to please like and subscribe before you come in, guys. Yeah, I want a like and subscribe before you come in. I want at least a minimum of 10 subscribers right now. No, so 10 likes, my apologies. I want 10 likes, and I want to make sure we get to 250 subscribers by the end of this live stream. Come on, guys, let's get there. Let's do that today. So, I'll let some of you guys just come in quickly. In the meantime, obviously, I know that Chelsea Football Club, it's been a lot of arguments again this week. Nothing, nothing much in terms of incomings per se. But it is what it is, guys. It's just another day. It's probably going to take a bit of time, obviously, for guys to roll in, guys to come in. It's going to take time. Which in the meantime, all we can do now, is just wait and see. I obviously want to talk a bit about today the Poch interview, some snippets that I just want to take out about. And, even though I know it was a very great interview, I just want to, proceed with some level of caution from everyone. I want some caution from everyone. I don't want everyone to start being giddy. Aura, man, he's going all. We don't want to go that far that quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's only the beginning right now. We don't want to be, boosting the stuff. We don't want to be, what's that? You know what I mean? Where it's got the guy with the bike and he's like, he's gassing it. We don't want to be doing that. You know what I mean? Just ever, 2 interviews, which is in probably media trained enough. But we're going to discuss that as well. Obviously, we're going to discuss the latest Lukaku news. We're going to also be discussing Malang Sarr is now. I'm just kidding. I said, okay, I need to stop trolling that. Malang Sarr, we are not discussing Malang Sarr at all. I'm just letting random know. Literally, I refuse to speak about Malang Sarr. I cannot believe today the best news they could bring out as of 6 o'clock is Malang Sarr news. So we're definitely not talking about him. That's for sure. We're also going to be discussing the news in regards to the football T-shirt. The home shirts and like the sponsorship deals and what's going on with that. And I think I want to give a bit of an explainer so people can understand, some of the stuff that's being said in regards to that. And someone, as someone of some sort of knowledge in the field. So again, you need armor expertise coming out here, clutch. So listen, man, you got me here, you got the civil engineer here. Don't you worry, man. We're gonna be civil. And in regards to other stuff that's currently going on as well, that's pretty much it, I would say. So, all right. Obviously, there's only 4 of you in here right now. Please make sure to like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Again, it's only 4 minutes in. So, you know what? I'm going to start with the most easiest news. And that, I think, for me, would be the sponsorship deal. Bear with me just quickly while I bring this up, but I'll talk about it while I'm bringing it up. So, essentially, what has happened with the sponsorship deal is one of two things. Chelsea initially had a deal with Paramount Plus. Oh, and just before we actually get into that, I just want to say some breaking news quickly. England under 21s have won the World Cup, under 21 World Cup. The European under 21s. So that's in between Europe. So it's like Euro. They won the Euros basically, essentially, but for under 21s. Big up obviously to Levi Cole and Noni Madueke, 2 guys that have played a part. They both played really well, but apparently Madueke has not been playing both the semi-final and the final because he's got some sort of knock which is affecting his fitness level. Hence why both him and Madueke, hence why Madueke has not been playing the game. The other thing I would say also in regards to Madueke is that his performances have been good. So I don't think it's nothing necessary to worry about. Just a fitness issue, and we know when he was at PSV Eindhoven that that was a similar issue. But listen, my congratulations to them. just look forward to seeing them now, in preseason next week before they go onto the flight to America. You know what I'm saying? They're going to America, guys. All right, I don't know why that the voice that was cooked. I'll be real. Come on, girl. All right, while I just bring this up, bear with me for 2 seconds. Oh wow, it's not even coming up right now, which is really annoying. Uh, where is Jacobs Ben when you need him, big man? Let me just type him in manually and then let's see if he comes up. There we go, lovely jubbly. All right, Amanda. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna share some screen with you guys. You can all have a nice little cheeky watch alongside me, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so let me just increase that for everyone so that they can just see it a bit more clearly, even though for me it's quite big. There you go. So it's understand sports agency CAA are running the process to find Chelsea's front of shirt sponsor, and there are a number of ongoing conversations. Chelsea hope of concluding a deal in the not so distant future. Sponsored shirts have gone to retail to avoid any further delays. Fans can purchase these rather than wait for a sponsor. Chelsea working hard to get a front of shirt secured, are confident of getting a deal over the line soon. So that's just some of the breaking news. So essentially, bro, we're going to be getting some clean shirts. So obviously, you can see behind me, I've got the special Century kit, for example, and you can see, whoops, just like this over there. And with that one, it's literally got a Century. It's got a Samsung mobile thing. That's the main sponsor. And obviously, you have the Nike tick, which is just to confirm the brand that makes the t-shirt. So what will happen with the new shirt is that it will have the Nike tick, the Chelsea badge on here, but it will literally not have the Samsung logo at all. Sorry, it won't have any logo here at all. So as you guys know, we've said this before. Originally it was meant to be Paramount Plus. The clubs blocked it. The Premier League, sorry, blocked that Paramount Plus deal from happening for a number of reasons. Apparently, they thought it would go against the whatever was going on with Sky, BT, and stuff like that. Which to this day is still competing. To be honest, I'll be extremely real with you. And afterwards, the club went for stake, but clearly there was a lot of major uproar in regards to Stake, particularly because of who Stake are, the guys that are behind it, etc., etc. And as such, they moved on from Stake. Now they're using a company called CEA, as I've said to you before. So with CEA, yeah, I've seen a lot of people say, "Wow, the club's a mess. Why are they using a different guy to find it for them?" This is common in business, much like how when the club was sold, they had a main guy called had Brain Group doing the sale for them to try to find the best deal for them as an intermediary. CA Sports is doing the same thing for Chelsea, trying to give them the best deal available on the market to the football club, so that the football don't have to do that much of legwork. There's like a company that will do the legwork for you. So why would they do the legwork? Doesn't really make sense to me as well. So there's that. But listen, man, I'm telling you right now, those shirts here, if they're actually good shirts, I'll be real, they're going to be selling like hotcakes right now. They're going to sell like hotcakes because everyone here would love a good shirt without any what's it called sponsors on it. Listen, no one that's a fact. No one would go and buy any shirtless sponsors. They would buy that. No one wants to have Free Mobile, Samsung Mobile, or any like AIG for United back in the day, or like a Flight Emirates on there. They would just love the whole kit by itself without the all of the advertisements. So listen, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. It's gonna sell absolutely like hotcakes, guys. We're 9 minutes in. Please make sure to like and subscribe again. Like and subscribe, please. Again, where are we at with the likes? Let me have a cheeky look for us. If you don't mind. Just about that. We're just about getting there. In the meantime, obviously, we're going to be discussing some more stuff in regards to Chelsea football. All right, we're on 10 likes. That's what we like to see. 10 likes. Keep up, guys. Keep it up, indeed. And listen, man, on to some more Chelsea news in the meantime. So I want to discuss actually Lukaku next. So there was actually some big news in regards to Romelu Lukaku. Let me just bring that up for you. It seems that the Saudi project is back on. The Saudi escape is back on. I'm just bringing up the news in regards to him. So, there we go. Here we go. I'm just bringing that up for you guys as well. Chelsea considered bids for Romelu Lukaku in the 45 million range. Al Hilal and Juventus in the race. Inter's bid rejected out of hand. Lukaku is seriously considering Saudi. So again, this is a big thing for me. Again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the fact that he is now accepting a Saudi deal is possible for him. I can't lie to you, man. This is grand. It's amazing. It's sensational. And honestly, for me, yeah, Ollie, yeah, Oliver. Sorry, hello, Oliver, man. Hope you do well. Yeah, man. I said that just quickly, actually, Oliver. Yeah, I was just speaking about the fact they've won the European Under 21 Championships. Big ups to them. Hopefully, they continue that level of success at Chelsea Football Club, which is what matters. So that's all I'll say on that. Going on, continuing on to Lukaku. So I'm actually very surprised that he's now considering Saudi Arabia. What has happened? What has changed his mind? Is it that he knows that Inter can't match the bid anymore, and as such, what he's moving on now to what either Juve or Al Hilal? Is it because they're offering him more money now? That it's a fair question to ask why he's now decided Saudi is his number one choice. It's a possible choice for him. I just think he's beginning to realize that Inter Milan ain't got the piece for him, ain't got the piece for the club to sell him, to sell him to Inter. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Romelu Lukaku, bro, it's time to go on, big man. It is time to absolutely just get out of here. And hopefully he chooses Al Hilal. Believe me, man, the way these Saudi guys are acting and moving, they'll get that deal done as soon as possible. They won't even wait for him. They'll be like, literally, Lukaku, all right, big man, yeah. Chelsea, how much you want? Yeah, a little bit this, a little bit more. At the end of the day, we'll have an agreement in principle for the deal. They'll have like a medical schedule for this guy already. They'll agree personal terms like this, bro. The amount of money they're giving these guys, they'll agree personal terms like a flick of my finger. Straight away, nice, easy, done, and complete. So it is what it is, again, as I said before, for Romelu Lukaku, but it definitely seems like he is now officially heading out. And that, the fact that he's exploring more options other than Inter Milan says to me that he knows that club is cooked and they cannot buy him. It's as simple as that. So let's move on from Romelu Lukaku to another gentleman called Christian Pulisic. So there's some big news in regards to him, which is that Pulisic is now set to leave the club, barring a medical, of course, and that is that both Chelsea and AC Milan have agreed an £18.8 million deal plus add-ons for Christian Pulisic, and to go to AC Milan. And man, we have to say something, bro, in regards to Pulisic, which is that it seems to have become like cash money for him in particular, like particularly for him as a player, where it's literally like why are AC Milan taking all of our scraps? They've taken Ruben Loftus-Cheek, they've taken obviously Pulisic now. Olivier Giroud was another one they've taken from, but he went there I think for a small fee, if I'm not mistaken, or even for a 3. So even of that one, it's a bit of a cheeky one at best. But again, he just I'm just surprised that AC Milan just love ex-Chelsea players for some reason. So yeah, man, we definitely need to investigate that, Oliver. 100%. Hey man, if you want the link, let me know. But it's very surprising with the AC Milan link, in my opinion. But moving on. To continue on to Pulisic, when we do a little retrospective quickly on Christian Pulisic and his career at Chelsea Football Club, there's a number of things that I would argue, have been major in my eyes. And that is, when he started the club, obviously the first season he had like a lot of good moments. I remember that Burnley, where he was just cooking the Burnley team completely. I think yeah, what is Gabriel? I think that's a fair point. Obviously, don't get me wrong. I actually just think, I didn't. At the time, I was really annoyed about it as well. But the problem with Pulisic was was that he clearly had a problem with Tuchel, and it's difficult to hate on him, if that makes sense, because hey, big up Rashi, bro. Hey, listen, Tony Mouse, top red. I'm not involved. I'm not involved in that toxicity. You get me? We don't talk about Mason Mount here, man. He's a United player. Good luck, good luck finding him, Tony Rashi, man. Him and Tony Mount, bro, top player, top guys. So, but big up Rashi. But yeah, going back to your point, Gabriel, it wasn't bad taste, but the book never got released in it. That's the one thing I will say. And his dad's antics on Twitter. They were also a bit of a problematic as well. But the thing is, his dad stopped So at least that situation got resolved, luckily. Otherwise, it would have been really annoying as hell if his dad kept on talking. But as I said before, a Pulisic retrospective would be, when he came to the club, he wasn't even that bad, to be honest. He had some really good showings against Burnley. I think there's some other teams as well. And that was, the season, the 1920 season. Obviously, then we had the lockdown situation. And then post-lockdown, he was like, I don't know what happened post-lockdown. Did they give Pulisic something? But he was on crack when he was literally, like, he was doing crazy stuff against Man City, against other teams. So in the post bubble, what I'm saying, NBA bubble. And so he was, and then obviously he got that injury, which was the hamstring injury, if I'm not mistaken, against Arsenal in the FA Cup. And when we continue onwards from that, it's just been ups and downs, really. I do think it's fair to say that obviously he's not been given time, he's not been given enough time or enough runs of games, much like other players, whether it be a Mason Mount, whether it be a Kai Havertz, to embed into the team. But I also think that it's fair to say that this guy was very much, a bedridden player. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this is a good point from Gabriel. He had his moments and showed a lot of potential, but we obviously need a reliable and consistent players. Good luck to him and the rest of our form players at AC Milan. 100%. I agree with that completely. But, again, this continuing on from where I was, the other problem with Pulisic was that whenever he was given a chance, he wasn't able to show it. And I think for me, he's very much a player that works best in the transition. He's much more of much better in a counter-attacking team as well. And you know what? I think he will suit Serie A. So, Christian Pulisic, good luck. And just quickly, joining me on the stream is a fellow colleague of mine, good friend, Oliver. Whoops. Oliver, how are you, bro?
Not too bad. Just had a good time watching the youth final with the European Championships. So, yeah.
Nice. Big up Chelsea Blue, bro. Was it? He said, big up the bridge. About time Chelsea had a culture. No players bigger than the club. These players need to realize they are playing for Chelsea. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. That's a good point. I think for me, I don't think Pulisic, from what I at least know about Pulisic, thought he was bigger than the club at the very least. He wasn't one of them ones. So from what I know, again, I may be wrong, but it is what it is. So, bro, Oliver, what are your thoughts on Pulisic's future at the club? What are your thoughts on him? So his time, sorry, not the future, his time at the club. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you summed it up pretty well. Like, there's definitely been moments where he's shown his class. There was definitely a potential player in there when we got him. Maybe the 60 million was a bit much, both at the time and in hindsight. But, he showed his moments. We obviously have the Project Restart thing to go off, but he's also scored and assisted some pretty important goals at Chelsea. So, you can't knock him for that, but it's just the consistency that's not been there, be that through his performances or his fitness. And at the end of the day, it's just time. He's been there for 4 years. He's not played 3 of those. He needs to change for his career, and we need to get players in that are going to develop into the level we need.
100%, man, 100%. What are you? I actually just spoke about him before. I think he came when I spoke about it. What are your thoughts on this Lukaku, head turn? It seems that now he's considering going to Al Hilal for some reason. Like, what's happened? Do you think they've offered him more money, or has he just realized? I think this is what I think, in my opinion, he's realized that Inter are not going to be able to pay and buy him. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'd be very surprised if he's somehow developed self-awareness in like a week and a half, and he's actually now starting to comprehend reality properly, because this guy is one of the most deluded players I've ever seen. But either way, it's the same outcome, so I don't really care. Let's just hope he gets gone.
All right, man. Fair enough indeed. And the other thing, actually, is one more thing before we continue onwards. I actually spoke about the sponsorship deal, and I saw some crazy take today that why would people buy non-sponsorship shirts? And I was like, people would love to have shirts with no sponsors on them. Like, are you kidding me? Like, am I the only one that's thinking that way? Like,
no, I'd like that.
Yeah, like, why would you want to fly some, like the one I've got there? Obviously, is like a Centenary kit, but like the kit, like with the number 3. Would you prefer to have no 3 on there, right? I would prefer to have no 3 number on there.
Remember, like Prime Barcelona used to have no sponsors.
Yeah, bro, they just used to have UNICEF, literally, and that
even before that, they were sponsorless.
Yeah, even before
straight up.
bro. Like I don't understand. Like we don't need to have. Like I get obviously the sponsorship is important. Sorry for having getting money incoming, but for if you're looking at it from a shirt design standpoint, it looks horrible usually. So
But I think the verbiage used is that they're going to launch the kit without a sponsor, but we are still looking for one. So this isn't a permanent thing. We will,
exactly.
as soon as the deal gets signed, the retail will start being stocked with sponsored shirts.
Mm-hmm. Listen, man. All I'm saying though, make sure to get those before it happens. Make sure to
Yeah.
get the sponsor list before it happens. That's what I'm doing right now, man. When it comes out on Monday, I am hitting up the shops quickly. What's it? Either Nike.com or something like that. Let's get it done before any of that happens. But moving on, we've obviously spoken about the sponsorship deal. We've spoken about Lukaku. We've spoken about Christian Pulisic, and let's talk about Malang Sarr. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Let's speak about Malang Sarr. I'm literally. He's the only news that came out today. It's just so easy to use Malang Sarr as a little cheeky joke, but all right, I'll move on quickly. That one is just like literally, he's the only news that came out today. Malang Sarr, the interest for him, and that's about it. But I wanted to actually speak about the goalkeeper situation. So it seems that Onana is actually pretty much, I think, all but done now to United. What are your thoughts on that? Because I think they've definitely got themselves a good on the ball keeper. I do still think with Onana, the thing with him is that he's got a Bozo gene in him that, and I just think because of his performance his performance at the UEFA Champions League, it's kind of going, unnoticed, if you know what I mean.
I mean, he is one of the best in the world at being on the ball. And, like you said, it seems like it's even closer because De Gea, I think, was it today, he's been confirmed as leaving Manchester United. So
he's left Manchester United, yeah.
You would have assumed there might have been a chance to actually extend his contract if they didn't get a goalkeeper target. But given that they've let him go, it looks like it's pretty close. And, I've seen comps of his Bozo, quote unquote Bozo gene, but that's just a comp. Like, people haters can make those. I haven't watched him consistently, so I can't really comment on his deficiencies, but I would have definitely taken him. That's all I can say.
Fair enough. It's interesting with him because from one aspect for me personally is that he's definitely one of the best. I think probably one of the better goalkeepers. He's probably the top 5 best goalkeepers in the league, in the world right now, in my opinion. His on the ball stuff, don't get me wrong, is amazing. He's got very high quality in terms of he's got very high quality saves. He can do a lot of stuff correctly. I just for me, I always question when it comes to a player like himself, just those like type of saves that he makes mistakes on. Particularly this season when I was watching him in Serie A, some of the stuff that he was not saving was quite shocking. I'll be real, but but listen, I wanted him too, so I was willing to sacrifice that him making one or two of those errors a bit more often.
I think this is how bad the situation's been at Chelsea, really, that we're willing to take this over what we've had over the last 5 years.
100%. And listen, guys, I'm just having a little look on the like and subscribe action. Oh, my ears. Damn, my ears just cooked there. Got 15 likes. Let's get to 20 likes, guys. And let's get to 240 subscribers. Let's get to 240 subscribers. All right. Let's go. No. It's all right. No, it's literally because the video replay happened at the same time as or that. So that's why my ears literally was listening to you on repeat when you heard this work. So that's all. But
all right.
But that's pretty much it so far. I think. What else is there really to talk about Chelsea news? I actually wanted to do a quiz today because I thought, obviously I might do a little 1 hour stream, see how what everything's like. But 1 second, there was a little quiz I remembered that I wanted to do. It's a little challenge. If I remember,
have you talked about how I think Ben Jacobs tweeted about how we outsourced this company to go and sort out the sponsorship?
Yeah, I spoke about that. I was like, that's actually a good thing. I was speaking about how I actually like that because when you're like a big club like Chelsea or when you're a big business any big business, you don't do the legwork. You always get in another company to do the legwork for you and then give you all the possible deals available. It's very similar to like the ownership takeover at Chelsea and even at Manchester United with Rain Group, where Rain Group is doing the majority of the legwork and then they put the deals in front of the clubs and then they decide essentially.
I just find it quite. The way people are reacting is really petulant. Like they're going at our CEO for not being not doing it himself, but he's gonna attend negotiations himself. It's not a one man thing. It never has been for any club.
Bro, what I don't understand is just it's just very much in its outrage culture. It's a bit too much, man. I'll be real, bro. It's just too much.
It's outrage culture mixed with the Bowley out contingent, all that stuff.
And it's also because the players are not coming in. That's why. That's another thing that we need to be honest about.
Oh yeah, people would be frustrated. Yeah,
the people want players in, and if no one's coming in, oh, why is no one coming in? Oh, it's because these guys, look how slow they're working. They bring in other companies to do their job. Why can't they do their own job? That sort of nonsense. That's catch money.
Just one thing I forgot to say about when you're talking about the plain shirt with no sponsor. If you're complaining that we don't have a shirt sponsor, that we have a plain kit, and you were one of the ones that complained about us getting stake.com, then just please be quiet.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to me. Honestly, that doesn't make sense to me. If you don't want to stake.com on there, which I disagreed with, getting a plain kit, bro, is better than anything. Like, I'm pretty sure fans would like their shirts without any, without having whale fin on there or some other random brand on there or like any other sponsorship on there. Like,
we did get that. We got that Oman Air, didn't we, recently?
Yeah. We got Oman Air.
Yeah.
Oman Air, though, it doesn't seem like it's like a shirt sponsorship, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Is that just a club affiliate?
It's a club affiliate thing, I think. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So, it's going to basically be, like how on the press conference, Potter's press conference, like how it was behind that, the thing behind it. That's what it's going to be, basically, essentially. So it's going to be like stuff like that, yeah. So actually, speaking about Mauricio Pochettino, the guy in the thumbnail, what did you think about his press conference, bro? That's what I'm going to ask first. Let me ask you that because that's what we're going to speak on his press conference anyway. So
I've only read it through quotes. I've seen like 5 seconds of it pretty much in like the actual video of him. So just like the interview, really, he said all the right things. I've got nothing to complain about. From here, it's just it's good here. It's good hearing a big game, but we're gonna have to see what happens. We have to hope that he actually delivers on it and that he can actually live up to the standards that he's setting, because he's excited a lot of people. And by saying the things like we got to win now, we can't take 6 months, etc. But we need to see it, and that's not me being negative. We want to give him a chance, and I'm sure Ahmed, yourself, and me, we're going to do that. But we need to hold him to those standards, and if he meets them, then we'll be in a good place. So no complaints.
Yeah. So I watched the interview yesterday. I actually did a video on that, guys. Please make sure to check my video out on him in regards to some of my thoughts and opinions, including the clips. But I'll say it here again. It's all lovely, jubbly, doing that interview, giving the right quotes, saying that Chelsea have to win this, have to win that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, or any club at this top level, winning, of course, is important. Like, anyone can say that. Like, it's cash money, literally. But I just think, for me, and I've said this before, I'm not really into this interview nonsense. Like, I don't want people to start talking about, oh, he's got the aura, he's got this, he's got that. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me,
no.
I'm pretty sure what matters to you, Oliver, is that we need to see stuff on the pitch. That's what matters to me. Like, I don't understand. If I don't see stuff on the pitch, then what's the point? He can talk the big game off the pitch, but if he's not producing on the pitch, then it doesn't really matter.
I'd say a slight worry that I have is that he's sort of setting the bar very high, when really what we should be expecting this season, we should obviously get back into top 4. I'm personally not expecting, I'm not going to demand a trophy this season, because the main aim for this season should be development. We've got a young squad. We need to see them get to a Champions League level. Beyond that, I'm not really worried about trophies this season. We can look at that next season. I'm worried that talking about win now, it's good to hear, people get excited about it and they're saying, that they're mugging off Spurs and all that, but you don't want to set the bar too high for yourselves when, in reality, our squad is very inexperienced, and that could be a problem in points of the season. That's
a very, very good point, bro. And it's that for me is very, very interesting, because, I don't know, there was like a report that came out when he was speaking. I think it was either Nizar Kantella or I think it was Matt Law, where he was like, if we need to bring in more attack, if we need to bring in, I feel like we need to bring in more attacking power or something of that. So he said literally that. So clearly he feels that, he clearly is kind of aiming for top 4 and a trophy. I think this season. That's what I think he's going for. And the other thing is, Mudryk and Madueke are still very much raw players. Essentially, you know what I mean. They're not going to be, they're not going to be straight away, automatic guys. The defense, well, if we're being Fofana, yes, he has experience. Benoit, yes, he has some level of experience. Even Levi Cole, hopefully he's in there as well. Yes, he has some level of experience, but at the end of the day, these guys are still young guys. They are going to be prone to making mistakes. Same with the midfield of Caicedo and Enzo, if that does happen, right? And whoever becomes their backups. Same with Nkunku, and Nkunku is going to be literally going to have to get. The way he's talking, Nkunku has to be like hitting 10 goals and assists straight away, bro. He needs to be hitting the ground running the way he's talking. And like the backup has to do really well straight away. So, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen in order for his miracle to happen.
Yeah.
And, again, I don't know, man. The thing is, the way he's talking right now, him saying we need to win, it's all lovely and good, but is the squad good enough for that to take place? That's the question. And for me, we need to have some level of honesty in terms of that. Oh, big up Unravel after that. Hope you're doing well, bro. Wagwan Obama. I'm not Obama big man, but hey. But no, what do you think about this comments I made? Because genuinely, Oliver, I don't think our squad is good enough as of right now. So I don't know where the school of thought is coming from.
I don't. I mean, you've got to consider that, a lot of our players, as much as we've done a clear out, a lot of players that are going to be playing this season were here in the season that just happened. And that doesn't just go away straight away.
Exactly,
you look at Manchester United, as much as they finished third, they had some wobbles in this season. And that was because of the mentality that's still lingering from the previous season with Ole and Rangnick. Mm-hmm. So you can't rule out the same thing happening with us, especially with younger players. So you just got to bear that in mind, really. And like I said, if we set the bar too high with this Poch interview, I think that could be a fatal error. But time will tell.
Mm-hmm. I just, when we talk about, I just think, we need to be honest with ourselves. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want us going into, this season, too, what's it called, overhead, too June, saying we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We also need to realize we've got a young squad. That's what we need to realize as well. If we go in like a bull in a china shop, and then get cooked 6-0 against Liverpool on the first day of the season, what I mean? That situation is not looking good. I'm gonna be real with you so much, and but. Was he? MD says super excited, bro. This man is given trophies. Listen, I'm here to calm, guys. Let's relax. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's not gonna. This is not gonna happen straight away. We need to all calm down a bit. Let's calm down. But yes, it's good that obviously saying these things. It's good to also be hopeful. Believe me, I'm one of the biggest hopium guys out here. But at the same time, we need to also be calmer. You know what I'm saying? We need to calm down as well. We need to see stuff on the pitch, That's why, unironically, I know that, we have a colleague of ours, like Surf, for example. He doesn't really believe in preseason, but I do believe in preseason to an extent that, preseason usually shows you plus or minus where you're going to be. Last season, our preseason was basically horrible, if we're being honest. And this season, particularly with such the amount of young guys we have, preseason is going to be very key in my eyes because we're going to see how good these guys. We're going to see how good these young guys are because it's
not just us though, Ahmed. Look at Arsenal. They had a fantastic preseason and they thumped us 4-0. They carried that form into the season and they were in a title challenge. Say what you will, they did bottle it, yes, but they jumped where they were the season before to where they are now, leaps and bounds.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Preseason is key. I always repeat that, and listen, people can hate me for saying that, but preseason is definitely key here. And also, what are your thoughts on the incoming situation? Because I am actually a bit worried about that. I was speaking about this in a group chat of mine with a couple of friends, and they were saying, "Oh, we're not too worried, that it's not taking too long." But for me, hey, big up Diamond, bro. Hope you're doing well, but. Yeah, I was saying that, I'm a bit worried about the lack of incomings and the speed that it's taken. I don't know about you.
It needs to start happening soon. I mean, we've started our training already, and we're soon going to be flying out to the States. People can't join too late, especially in a key position like the midfield and striker, where we're going to bring in Caicedo, who's a young player coming up to a big club from Brighton, and whoever the striker is, they need that time to adapt because Now, what was the big problem with Marina? We signed all of our players in August, and they missed preseason, and their first game was the first game.
And also strength and conditioning, bro. Literally, they're gonna be missing the strength and conditioning phase of the club, so they might not even be able to play for the first game of the season.
They could be injury prone. Yeah.
Yes, so that's why honestly, man, this is why it's kind of annoying me. Like, I want this stuff. Like, I'm here with yes, they want to do stuff one step at a time. It's all lovely jubbly to do one game at a time, one transfer at a time. But if you're not quick enough and if you're not sort of getting the situation done quickly as possible, then what's the point? Then what? 1st of September, we're going to be rushing to get in free signings. We don't want that to happen. And this is what and our first game, bro, is next week with Monday. You know that, right?
Yeah, we just don't have the time to negotiate. Like, the thing with Caicedo is, like, what was he? He's 180 to 100 million.
No, probably they demand 100 million pounds. Literally, that's what they demand.
Well, you've just got to make your mind up on that. And listen, it's a yes or no. And if you don't have transfer alternatives, then that's your fault.
Bro, that's not even that, bro. If you don't want to pay the 100 million for him, move on to other guys. That's it. Barella, bro, if you want Barella, for example, right? Barella's available for 80 million euros. Just go and get him then. Why not just do that? Literally, genuinely, there's actually answers to these questions. If you don't want, if you feel Caicedo is too much money, much like you did with Ugarte, time to move on, big man. It's time to move on. Like, I saw like I think it was on Saeed's channel. The Chelsea fan was saying that we've kind of hampered ourselves by only going for Caicedo. But I disagree. I would actually disagree on that. We don't need to bring in Caicedo. It's up to the club to bring in, to have this whole scouting network now is available for Chelsea. Time to use that scouting network to the best of its ability and find you another guy next to Enzo. You lost that. You said Ugarte was too much. If Caicedo is too much for you and you're not willing to pay 100 million, time to move on, bro.
I wouldn't say we've hampered. I wouldn't really say we've hampered ourselves. Like,
exactly, I don't disagree.
We've gone for a top target. That's what we want. We don't want our plan B, plan C, plan E.
And see, that's the other thing. Thank you. Diamond even gave me the other thing. Like Lavia, for example, we don't even want to go for Lavia's 50 million valuation either. So, which we technically put on him because we bid in 50 million last season. So it's like, come on, guys, like, we need to start. It's time to make up our minds, lads. It's time to make up our minds.
The thing is, you can't just buy no one. Like, there are certain positions in our team where it's like, maybe you could wait. Maybe you could wait. Like, there are certain positions where it's like, maybe you could wait until January at the very latest. Midfield, absolutely not. We've not had a DM for 5 years, unless you're counting Jorginho, but he had his deficiencies, as we all know. So, it's long, long overdue. And we got Enzo. Yes, he's a brilliant player. He's not that guy. He's a different guy, and he's great. He's not that DM. We need one.
100%, bro. And that is the thing that's kind of annoying me, man, because we need to get this. Listen, the striker situation, I've said to you before, it doesn't matter if you bring in a striker necessarily. I'm willing to hold out for Ivan Toney if we bring in a Nicholas Jackson. If we use Nicholas Jackson and what's his name, Armando Broja as your backup, as your interims until the summer, and then you can at least bring in someone. But but MD. It's not the problem is that it's not about if there's at least one DM incoming. The problem is the speed that is taking place at is the issue for me. MD, I think maybe if I bring up my point about preseason, our first game is next week Monday, right? We obviously want these guys to also be a part of preseason, also be a part of the strength and conditioning, because as you know, last season we had multiple injuries which were related to strength and conditioning. We want these guys in. We want them to understand Poch's top tactics. We don't want these guys to be in the first day of the season, which is basically 1 month away right now. We don't want that to be happening. We want them to be in as soon as possible so they have time with the team, time with the coach, and time with the tactics. That's all we want, bro. We know that probably one of them is going to be incoming. Don't get me wrong, but we want these guys to come in and get that experience. But the problem I'm just seeing, especially with what's going on right now at Chelsea, is just that we're being too slow. It seems, we shouldn't be this slow. That's what I'm saying. And bro, Diamond, he's not a DM. That's what I'm saying. And we know we need that. We know we need that. So I just want these incomers to come in quickly, bro. And some of these deals, bro, they seem very easy to do. Like, if you want to bring Gabriel Vega, I don't know how was he in the game? Because like I was hearing like some not so great stuff about him.
I think he came off the bench. I can't remember. I didn't really notice him until like minute 60. So I don't know if that was him ghosting or if he came off the bench. I just kind of phased out a little bit, but I mean, I can't say I really noticed him, and it was a difficult spot for Spain anyway. They were trying to come back, and England made it difficult. So it's not really the best example of what he could do, I'd imagine.
No, but like again, like for example, like the Gabriel Vega deal is, in my opinion, is very easy to do. For example, if the club is serious about getting him, it's literally you have the release clause already. Activate the release clause or agree. What did they do? What they did last time, Nicholas Jackson.
They paid slightly more in order to make an instalment plan.
Exactly, and that is very from what we've seen in Chelsea. They've done that quickly. What happened? What did he say, Chelsea Blue? Let me have a look, man. Dear with me. Oh my god, bro. I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Big man. Let me know if you can hear this, yeah?
What you gonna say, brother?
Come on, man. Hey, listen. We're both coming back. He is as well. Listen, hey, I'll make sure he comes back. You get
this guy, bro.
This guy, bro.
I mean, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I'm just tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if he's coming, he's coming. If he's not coming, he's not coming. I just, we just move on, big man. You know what I'm saying?
Just move on. It's what we've been saying for the past 2 weeks now. The pathway is there. Koulibaly has been sold. Badiashile will be injured. You have a first team spot right there. Take it or leave it.
Exactly. So, listen, man, we're gonna find out. And honestly, I'm tired of like drama, you know what I'm saying, at Chelsea Football Club, you know what I mean? It's Chelsea and drama, you know what I mean? Honestly, man, since I was saying this actually, since like the transfer ban in 1920, the club has been nothing but drama, bro. Like this could be like, it could be seasons of like Game of Thrones level seasons at Chelsea Football Club in regards to what has taken place here. So it is what it is. Chelsea Blue, bro, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. Sometimes guys don't like to express themselves. It is what it is. All I know, next week he's probably going to be here. Pochettino wants him at the football club. So unless something crazy is about to happen, then I don't think he's going to be leaving anytime soon. And I didn't know this, but he's still on a 3-year contract.
It's a 2+1.
Yeah, he's already on a 2+1 deal. So it is what it is. Like it's not much of a concern if you're Chelsea.
This is why I don't really understand the crazy insistence to offer him a contract immediately, because we do have this sort of buffer. We can't, it's not like we can't afford to. It's not a 1 year thing. We've got time.
We've got a lot of time, and plus, I was gonna go see him next week Friday on the plane. That means him and Poch basically agreed something in principle, whether they want to agree with that or not. And so I'm not too worried, honestly. I'm not too worried about that at all. And plus, if Poch likes him, and from what we're hearing, and he said he likes him as a player, he's probably going to stay. And the thing is, what I don't understand, I've said this before multiple times, this guy already has a starting spot automatically, whether he likes it or not. Literally, Badiashile was injured until September. He's not playing anytime soon. Badiashile's not playing anytime soon until September. So he's got a whole month to himself where he can show and prove. Badiashile, big man, listen, you need to hold bench, literally. So I'm a bit tired of this topic. Hopefully, Levi Cole will stay, as I've said before. I rate him highly, so it is what it is. Rashi, no thank you, mate. That's your ex-legend. You know what I mean? He was beefing with Ten Hag, innit? You know what I mean? You need to hold that for yourselves. But listen, guys, we've spoken about quite a bit today. I'm actually kind of surprised that I've managed to make that much news on Chelsea Football Club this much. Listen, man, I'm doing miracles on here, but no. Excuse me, but I think continuing on in regards to Chelsea Football Club, in terms of the outgoings, bro, which one do you think? How many more do you think we need? Barring how many more do you think is gonna happen?
I mean, Ziyech just has to happen somehow. Like, I don't know if that's me just trying to speak it into existence or what, but like, come on, man, that's just got to happen at some point. Like, has there been any news since he had his like second medical in Spain?
Mate, Oh, 1 second. What is these? Chelsea Blue says, "Oh man, I'm just fed up of these youth players that they are annoying. James showed all of these youth players how to do it, to go on loan, come back, work your way, and start. I never said anything. And I never said anything. Just played. Well, 1 second, bear with me. Listen, bro, I don't disagree with you on that one. I just think also what we need to also realize is that Cobham, if we're being honest, yeah, I always say this. Cobham is very good at producing mid-table to lower mid-table players. I think that's a fair statement to make, particularly in the last 2 to 3 years. We've clearly been producing that level of player. And also, if you're being honest, they have now more power. The players have a lot of power now compared to previous years, previous generations. These clubs like Brighton are willing to take a punt on them. Crystal Palace as well. They've done a good job, of taking a punt on a lot of these players as well. Who's another team that Southampton have been trying to do that now? They're still doing that now with Man City, for example, where they're able to take a punt on these players. So these guys have choice. But as I always say before, man, if you want to play for Chelsea Football Club, there is a pathway. There's a pathway set. So it's up to him. You know what I'm saying? Whether he wants to continue that pathway. But please do continue, Oliver, in regards to that outgoing situation, please.
So yeah, like I said, I personally haven't heard anything about Ziyech since he supposedly had a second medical in Spain or whatever it was. But that's just got to get done. I mean, how are you faring? We talked about this. Kante passed his medical, Kovacic passed his medical, Pulisic just got his here we go. Granted, that doesn't mean the medical's done, but assuming he does, that would be embarrassing. So you just have to hope he gets done because for both, it's just best for all parties. Lukaku as well, like we mentioned, whether he goes to Juve or to Saudi, doesn't matter. Just get rid of him for whatever fee. Hudson-Odoi, I don't think there's been much news since, what was he, linked to Nottingham Forest? And
so the Hudson-Odoi news is kind of similar to what has happened with what's his name Azpilicueta, where they're basically negotiating a contract termination essentially.
Okay.
Hey, big up Jared. So yeah, I don't know. Did you not know that? So essentially,
I didn't.
So essentially, what's happened with him? Nizar actually reported this because he's actually been very reliable this summer window. So obviously, as you know, he's on 120k a week. The club are telling him to half his wage to 60k, and then they would basically pay the remaining 60k in wages for the rest of his contract to him as part of the contract. As part of the contract termination fee, and apparently he's willing to do it. So that's what they're trying to agree on so far.
Let's do it.
So the Cho, that's why the Cho thing for me is I'm not too worried about Cho. I'm pretty sure he's leaving the club.
I wonder if you've mentioned this outgoing. Have you? Baba Rahman's finally left the club. That's just mad. Who's our longest serving player now? Because Aspi's left, and now he's left, so it's now someone completely different.
Who would it be actually? Oh, that's a fair question. Would it not be no? Thiago Silva came in. Didn't come in. No, we didn't have Thiago Silva that season, did we? No, not.
Right, it's Kepa.
Oh my!
It's Kepa.
Kepa's gonna be the number one guy.
I think it goes Kepa and then Pulisic, but Pulisic's just left.
Pulisic's left, so Trent would have actually been the most experienced player at the club. If he stays.
Oh my god!
Trent would have been the most experienced player if he stayed in the club. Yo, it's crazy, man.
Right, it's Kepa. Jesus Christ.
Yo, Mandem doing. I'm seeing a lot of body language warriors right now on the Cole situation. Literally, I just look at the score. I just checked my Twitter on the side, yeah. But people are saying that it doesn't look like he wants to stay at the club. You know what I'm saying, and everything. So listen, man. What I'm saying, if he doesn't want to stay, bro, we've got defenders we've got defenders there. We've got pathways there, and we can hold him on. We can hold on to at least for another 2 seasons. So it is what it is, man.
We can always bring Malang Sarr back if it don't work out for Colwell.
Oh dear me, man said Malang Sarr. Crikey. Can you believe it, bro? The best news they could come up with on a Saturday morning was Malang Sarr, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. That was nasty business, That was such nasty business. Oh man. It's not looking good, brother. I'll be real, man. There's actually some more stuff. 1 second, because like
Go for it.
Oh, 1 second. I've actually got it here. Why am I doing this? Yeah, this is another one. Let me reduce the sound because like it sounds mad loud on my one, isn't it? So is it too loud? Let me know.
Hey, Levi, the man am asking for you on the live though. They're asking for you on the live. Hey, he's here, you know. He's here, you know. Whoa. Fam.
But listen, man, it's interesting, man. We gotta see, bro. We gotta see, man.
I personally think he's just sitting on the fence, like, you know, he's leaving himself open to. Like,
I can't lie to you, bro. They're probably gonna have to pay him a big bag for him to stay. I'm gonna be real, but I think that's probably what's gonna happen.
I mean, what constitutes as a big bag?
I don't know what that constitutes, bro, but it's gonna be some. They're gonna have to pay him some level of money. The club's gonna probably have to pay him.
What's he actually on right now?
He's not on that much. He's probably on this like graduate, academy graduate wage.
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something like 33K now.
Right.
Broja was on 33K, and he was about to go to West Ham when they were about to give him a lot of money, and the club obviously boosted his wages, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
I won't lie to you. He probably is gonna get like if the club offer him 140 or something like that, the club will he will probably stay at the club. I'm calling it right now. So, but bro, I'll be real, man. Pochettino, bro, you gotta work some crazy magic for for him to stay. Because, you know, if Man City are after you, Liverpool are after you, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that much from him, but I've heard a lot of good things about him. So it's still gonna be difficult. I'll be real with you on that one. It's kind of difficult, but hopefully, man, at the end of the day, he stays. That's what matters. But I saw Diamond. You talk about he's fantastic, but yes, Diamond, you know, I actually spoke about this just before you came in about how he's being deficient in key areas. Like, we need to obviously bring in incomings. Hopefully, the incoming speed can speed up to as soon as possible. But we will see. We will see indeed what is going to happen on that front. I'm just here checking because I'm getting told there's some Chelsea news for some reason. I don't know why people are telling me there's Chelsea news right now.
I'll have a check.
Oh yeah, this is what it was. John Terry. Oh yeah, so John Terry's actually back at the club. I actually forgot to tell you guys about this. Yeah, John Terry's back at the academy of the football club. So he clearly said, you know, I'm not staying at Leicester for round 2. So he's back at the club in the academy thing. It seems that him and Poch have obviously got to meet. It's taking a little picture of him there too. So that's the only thing I remembered so far. Chelsea's apparently this. I don't know why Fabrizio Romano is putting this out unless the club has told him, you know, paid a little bit to tell him, listen, you're staying at the football club or something.
I think it's just topical.
Yeah, it's a topical situation, man.
You know, he'll get a lot of interactions with that.
Yeah, man. It's just, listen, we don't need too much nonsense, bro. We don't need this nonsense, bro.
We've got too much drama already, man.
Bro, I don't need drama. I just want us to have a season where we can just play football, bro. Play ball.
It's mad. We're about to go a day without any Mason Mount kind of Twitter blow up.
Bro, we don't need that. We just don't need anything, bro. That's the thing that I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want like. It's not even that I'm trying to say. Was it? Here we go. Lol, take that shine. Take the shine. Bro, you never know, man. You never know. You know, Charles are dickheads, isn't it? So they'll probably do something like that. But you know, where was I going with the previous thing? Yeah, I just want us to have a dramaless season, a season where we're not because like we kind of become like united in the sense of like there's always something crazy going on, bro. There's always something happening, man. And you know, I'll be real. When I saw like preseason this week, it actually looks like the first time I've seen a preseason start where there's been no drama. You know, there's not been any unwanted players necessarily, you know, playing right now in the what's it called thing. Oh, is that what he said? Oh, shout out to Pranay Sundar. Fabrizio said the reason keeps giving constant mind updates because people keep DMing and tweeting him, asking him to verify the rumors. Oh, okay, fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Like, listen, right now I've got a Liverpool fan. That's in my group chat. That's literally reports texting me. Look at the way he's reacting and stuff, bro. I don't really care how he reacts, man. As long as he signs a contract, bro, that's what matters. And he's got a 3-year contract anyway. I don't know why we're trying to move like this, but also, bro, like the thing about him, and I was like really surprised by this, was that his injury record. Have you seen that, Oliver? Like,
Who's?
Levi's injury record, bro.
No, I haven't.
I actually didn't, because like someone was mentioning this to me that he's quite he's
I know
quite,
he had like 2 injuries last season.
yeah, bro, and like I was like, what are you guys sure? Like I wanted to check his injury record.
I don't know how he was at Huddersfield though. Granted,
No, Huddersfield, he played a lot of games from what I heard, bro. I heard he played a lot of games.
and that's a championship season as well. So even more games in the league.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying to you, bro. Chelsea Blue, he's not going there. That's what I'm. Yeah, see, if you, bro, Francis, bro, you're speaking facts. He's got 3 years left. Like the club, literally, still have the power here. Literally, this club still have the power of the situation. They can offer him the contract. They can offer him whatever he wants. That's why, bro. Like, there's a level of delusion here. Like, where he's probably going to play next season. He's staying at the club next season. I'm pretty sure I can guarantee that almost. Like, unless something crazy happens. Where something crazy happens where he's like, I don't want to stay at the football club, get me out of here, hands in a transfer request or something like that, then it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. And plus, if we do sell him, he's probably going to go for some crazy value.
We'll get our bag.
Yeah. He'll probably go for 60 million now. I'm sure the club will make him sell him for 60 million because they have the power in that situation. Unlike, because obviously the Mount situation, there's 3 years left. So there was with the Mount situation, there was 1 year left. Of the Havertz situation, we had 2 years left, so that's why we had a lot of power in the Havertz situation. And in the Levi Cole situation, we have 3 years.
I think you can milk 70 out of that even, probably because he's just on a better trajectory than those 2 guys, and younger.
Yeah, man. Actually, you know what, man? Let's discuss the striker situation because, like, I'm tired of talking about this now.
Go for it, man.
Because, like, listen, let's not talk about enough. Listen, drama, get out of here, big man. You know what I mean? We're here to talk football. You know what I mean? Ahmed Oliver, I want to ask something with Poch. How does he deal with players with egos, especially young ones? It's an interesting question, because he, you know what he does? He has like this he's like does like a little family thing, so that if he obviously sees that you're being a bit too much ego-wise, like he did this with Dele Alli as well, if you remember, where he wouldn't play him for like a length of games, and then he would bring them back into the fold, and they would start cooking again. If I'm not mistaken, that's a tactic that he used to use quite regularly. Like where you'd be like, "Why is this guy not playing for them? Why is this guy not playing for him?" And then he wouldn't play for a while. Then he would come back, and then he'd start playing again, and that's how it worked.
No, I think he should definitely do that. As long as he can take that player out and maintain the level of consistency and performance of the whole team, so that there's not a massive drop off and we don't lose a game. That needs to happen. And at the end of the day, if you're doing that, then it's up to the player to be mature about it and understand his place. If not, then they're just not made for this place anyway. Yep.
Guys, before we talk about a striker situation, there's literally a bunch of you in here right now. I'm on 236 subscribers. Literally need 4 more for 240. Let's get to 240 subscribers. Come on, guys, let's do this. And finally, what are the likes saying? 23 likes. Let's get to, I'll be generous, 25 likes. Let's get to 25 likes. All right. So let's talk about the striker situation. So obviously, I'm pretty sure as well. The club are probably looking at Kolo Muani, Dusan Vlahovic, and our favorite player, Lautaro Martinez. What are your thoughts on those 3? And if you are forced to pick one of them, who would you pick?
Well, who's the other one? You had Vlahovic, Martinez, and who?
Kolo Muani.
Just don't give me Lautaro, and I'm all right.
Oh my god, surely not, bro. Listen, they're all like really bad choices in my eyes. Like, I'll be real with you. Do you know why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Why is that going on? My bad. No, like for me, there's like 3 things that I would say. Yeah. So here we go. So I think for me, Vlahovic, he's very good technically on the ball. He can definitely, he's definitely like a 3-level scorer. That's a little NBA term, which means that he can shoot from long range, shoot from mid range, and he can shoot from tap-ins. I'm pretty sure all strikers can do that. I'm pretty sure everyone can do that anyway. But I feel, generally speaking, I'm saying a striker. Generally speaking, nah, bro, no, didn't leak anything. relax, big man. There's nothing literally leaked there. Literally just shows you everything there. That's all. So there's nothing that's been leaked. But essentially, that's all really. Anything else? So, and with him, the attitude thing is a worrying thing for me. I want to say actually, I don't mean like the behavior wise. I mean confidence. Yeah, like from what I've because like the scouting report, bro, is like when he's low on confidence, he's not good, bro. Like he's not even doing the extra stuff. And
I was answering the question in the context of if I had to pick out of them, in which case just anyone but Lautaro. I probably, if you're asking more generally, I'd look at someone else.
Yeah, because like I've said this before, the problem, the thing, Chelsea Blue. The thing is, bro, it's not even that we need to score free kicks, bro. Free kicks can also be you can just use them as set pieces, literally. We've seen like if you watch German football, bro, they how they do the FIFA thing, bro, where they just literally pass the ball into the wall and then the striker's in the wall, literally. He just turns and shoots. Like that's an actual thing they do in Germany in the Bundesliga. Wolfsburg were actually quite common to do this when they had Weghorst.
Also, isn't Nkunku all right at free kicks anyway?
From what I know, yeah, literally Francis literally just said that before he said that, bro. Yeah, he's a very good free. So again, I don't think it necessarily matters, if you're a good free kick taker or not. I think also like from what I've heard, also the way he's ball passing is not that great, and like he's dribbling in transition as well is a little worry apparently. Yeah. So with him, there's a lot of worries, and then with Kolo Muani, it's not even that I don't even want the player. We've already got his player type at the club. We brought Nicholas Jackson, which is essentially another Kolo Muani. They have very similar play styles. So why would he bring in two strikers who are exactly the same when we probably want two different type of strikers? One on the bench who's a bit more different to the one that's there, right? Because it'd be stupid from us if we brought in Kolo Muani and then had Nicholas Jackson.
I'll be honest, when you're talking about Vlahovic's dribbling in transition, I'm not too bothered about that because the only way we're getting loads of transitions is if we are as terrible as we were last season and teams stop respecting us and stop, actually pressing us, because that's what happened this season. You had 20th place Southampton pressing the hell out of us because there was nothing there to respect. But if we improve the standards next season, then it's going to go right back to the same old low block and you're playing in tight spaces. So what's there going to be a transition to score from,
You know what, man? That's fair enough.
That's just one way of looking at it. Like, obviously, you're going to get transitions. We've always had transitions, even when teams have sat back and we've still managed to fluff 4v2s. We're just terrible. But just in general, you're going to get more chances from a set defense. That's going to be the majority of the game.
Oh, look at Liverpool fan that was in my text message right now, Ryan. Hey, bro. Listen, Ryan, bro. You know what I mean? You need to stop being a glizzy Gazana. That's what you need to stop being right now, bro. These clips, bro, they're just clips, man, at the end of the day, man. He's got a 3-year contract at Chelsea. Even if you were to buy him from us, you would probably have to pay a lot of money. Hey, man, much appreciated, man. Much appreciated, man. But generally speaking, though, going back to the striker situation, bro, it's just the three of them, bro. We have one of them, which is a player type for us. We don't want Lautaro because he's not going to work. Because then it would mean that Nkunku would be forced to be a second striker, essentially. It would have to be the right striker for us. And we'll have to play like 4-2 to essentially help him out. Yep. And then, wow, you know what, man? See, and then before I even speak on Vlahovic exactly like Lukaku, similar strengths, finishing, hold up weakness, turning like a truck, a poor first touch, confidence player, dribbling transition. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's very worrying me. I just think for me, bro, the thing is, like, Ryan, why are you desperate only for him? There's like multiple centre backs you go after. Why are you only going after him? And to be honest, bro, I said this before. He'll probably stay at the club, but Chelsea will be forced to overpay for him. I've said this before. His contract, we're just gonna have to hold it, man. I'm gonna be real. Chelsea's gonna have to hold that contract, bro. And he's probably gonna. I think the thing with Pochettino is that he's probably gonna get his hand forced in terms of on this one. I wouldn't be surprised if the club is like, we need this guy to be our number one goalkeeper, and we're gonna just like our number one centre back. We're probably gonna have to force him on that one. Still, I'll be real. You know what you could do though? I just realized something. We could just make his. You know how he has 3 years left in his contract. We could probably offer him a contract extension of 4 years, and then we can give him an increase, a big boost in wages, and then he'll be on a 7-year deal.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, you know what, guys? This is I think there's not even that much news out, but let me do that little Chelsea quiz. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously, Chelsea FC quiz at the is that BN.com? All right, let's see.
Oh Lord, help me.
I'm just having a look. Oh my God, Bino, Jesus Christ! There's no quizzes around here. Like Football League FC. All right, let's start.
I'm not very good at my football trivia.
Well, listen, guys, it's time to see. You know what have you got cooking on here? All right, who is this player? All right, this is 17 now.
Oh, come on! Like I thought we were having hard stuff here. Okay.
Well, listen, we're gonna have a look. Let's start with that one.
Maybe we're starting easy.
Yeah, Chelsea doesn't face which of the following teams in a West London derby match? Brentford, Fulham, Queen's Park Rangers, or Crystal Palace? Hey, big up Stephanie Griffith. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I know which one it is. Do you know which one it is?
Yeah, I think it's Palace, right?
Yeah, Palace is South London. It's in Croydon. It's past Croydon. I think that's the one, though, unless I'm mistaken. I was not going to tell you the answer yet. So, which of the following players didn't spend their youth years at Chelsea FC Academy? Bertrand, Brewster, Declan Rice, or Mo Salah? Salah, because he was at Basel. I was signed from which team in 2004? Marseille. How many times have Chelsea won the first tier / Premier League titles?
So we had one title before the Premier League.
It's 1955.
And then we had 3 under Jose, Ancelotti, Conte. So 6.
Unless he's won another like tier 1 before that, I don't know, bro. But I'm pretty sure 6. Who was named Chelsea FC's 2018-19 Player of the Year? Is that Hazard's final year? I don't. As far as Hazard left in
Yes, that was his best ever season. Of course, it was Hazard.
I thought it was 17-18 that he left.
No, that the 17-18 was Conte, the second season.
Yeah. Oh dear me.
Yeah, Bakayoko and them, man.
Yeah, see, I raised that off my mind. That's definitely Hazard.
Right.
My name, Bruce Buck. Damn, I like Amanda meant to be known who the ex-chairman of football. What is Chelsea FC's club motto?
Oh, for God's sake!
No, today to do is Tottenham.
I can't lie. I've never seen our motto before. I wouldn't know.
I think I know which one it is. Nothing but the best is good enough. I'm pretty sure it's this one. De Santis Nisi Opti.
Yeah, that's a good motto.
Who was the only Chelsea FC player that missed a penalty in 2012's UEFA Champions League final? Juanata. National team that I represent, Italian. This is really old. Damn. I thought it would be. Which of the following coaches never became the manager of Chelsea FC? That's Chelsea registered the record league and Premier League win of 8-0 against 2 teams. Which of the following is one of them?
Villa. I think it's Villa.
Is it Villa? I swear it was Norwich.
I think it's Villa.
All right. Listen, we're gonna hold you to this one.
No.
What is the current league position of Chelsea FC in the 2019? Oh, this is really
old. Wait. When though?
No, I don't know what day it is.
At what point in the season?
Bro, I think we were never third, right? In that season.
We were 4th for most of that season because for most of the season, for most of that season, it was Liverpool top, City second, and Leicester third, and then Leicester bottled it and United went above us just at the end. So I'd guess 4th at that time that the thing was made.
The player who has made the most appearances in all competitions for Chelsea FC is it Lampard? I would assume, right? It's not Terry.
Oh God, I don't know. I can't lie.
Ron Harris. That could be a shout because like sometimes the old players have played.
It can't be Lampard. I don't think it's Lampard.
It can't be Czech either. I already ruled out Czech.
I think probably Ron Harris. I mean, I don't know that for sure. I just don't think it can be anyone else. Just process of elimination.
Because Frank's the all-time goal scorer. Petr Cech,
But what? Frank came in what? 01 or 02?
he came in 01 or 2. Terry was in 01.
And-
Came,
Because Terry's from academy, so Frank was 01-02 to 13-14.
Yeah.
Terry was there for longer.
and like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna say, you know what, man? If it's John Terry, we're cooked. But I'm pointing on Ron Harris, bro. You need to help me. Is it not Rory the Lion? No, I thought it was-
Stanford.
They call him Stanford now. They changed his name. Damn. Which player was crowned man of the match for the spectacular performance? Oh, that's Eden Hazard. Come on, man.
Yeah, this is pretty old.
Jody Morris.
Oh, this is Lampard season. This is Lampard season. I can tell.
All right, so you got the first. We got 16 out of 17. Oh wow! So
What was the wrong one?
I think it's Ron Harris, bro. No, it wasn't. It was this.
What was it?
Everything is in the vein without God. Everything is in the vein without God. Damn. So
Ah.
it was. So you're right, man. I told you, man. The JT one. Like I had a feeling it wasn't him, bro. Because like some of these old players could play for like time. So hey, man, listen.
I got the Villa one as well with the 8-0.
That's actually fair enough. I thought Norwich was what 6-0, wasn't it? Oh, that's why maybe.
No, I can't lie. I know that Villa one because it's one of them clips. Like, you know, when you follow Chelsea on Facebook, it's like one of them clips that keeps like reoccurring, and it's from years ago.
Mm.
Like, it's not even like they repost it. It's like you just see it for some reason in your highlights.
Mm.
It's like, oh, Chelsea set their record beating 8-0 Aston Villa. Oh, we dunked on them guys. That's a fun watch if you haven't seen it.
When was this though? I think it's when Aston Villa had like before they got relegated. Right? I would assume that's probably when it happened. Right?
Yeah, I'd imagine. I can have a look now. Just give me a second. So
Yeah.
It was at the Bridge as well.
Damn.
Chelsea versus Villa, an 8-0.
Because I think the other team, if I'm not mistaken, is either Wigan or Wolverhampton.
When did they beat? It was in. Oh, it was 12-13. It was that was under Benitez.
Yeah. What? Yo, this is cooked, man. This is what I'm saying to you, bro. But all right, guys, we gotta end it here today. It's only a short stream anyway, because like my weekly streams are always gonna be on Wednesday anyway, which I've said to you guys before. Wednesday streams. Hopefully there's gonna be some more news at least. I'm not gonna have to be doing these random old quizzes from 2019, 20. So thank you guys again for coming in and watching the show. Hope you all have a wonderful day today. And you know what I mean? Stay blue.